Hey, beautiful souls, and welcome back, or welcome to the Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelinsky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my videos or live feeds, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. Happy Friday! It's good to see you all. I'm going to be on for a little bit today. I've got a few things that I want to do. Number one, I want to do the energy update until the end of June. I am leaving on Monday for Ireland. I'm leaving for Ireland and I've got my river dancing energy already packed up. So I thought I would do the next 2 weeks to hold this all over till I get back. So I got a lot to talk about. Then I thought I want to do a little meditation. We could meditate together. I have the monetization off this morning so that we can meditate. And I will also grab some questions, as many as I can, as always, depending on the time that is remaining. Okay, so here we go. Wow, we've got a lot. If anybody didn't sleep last night, you can thank that energy of the strawberry full moon in Sagittarius. Sleep, it's probably been for some of you maybe a little rocky. I was up last night with spirit until about 3 o'clock in the morning, up with myself as well, just kind of feeling all the energy. We got a lot going on. So energetically, I've got quite a bit to go through, you guys. So remember, this is for the next 2 weeks, this energy. So that full moon in Sagittarius came flying in this week, and man, is it fiery. Sagittarius is a fire energy. So there's going to be some emotionally charged stuff. Excuse me. Over the next 2 weeks, it's also a strawberry full moon, so does have the softening energy as well. But we're coming into let do not whisper, do not whisper. Let's hear you roar, and that's exactly how spirit gave it to me. Is let's hear you roar, and roaring from that heart space, roaring from your truth, roaring from standing in your power. We're being pushed to really set up your energy for that on fire, like just being on fire with with all of it, with all that's around you, with working through the emotionally charged stuff and working through it. There is nothing wrong with working through your stuff. Right, so taking it from a different energy. I'm working on my stuff. Hello, healing. I think I love myself a little bit more today. Like really taking in that energy. Roar it out. Like, if you have to go out to the forest and roar, or if you have, standing in your backyard and just it's a great way to move energy. Number one, it's a great way to feel into your own personal power. We all have our power. You have your power. Like you do. It's time to really roar into it. It's time to really tap into that. It's time to allow that to flow. And I felt that if we held back from roaring, I felt that the emotions are gonna, kind of like bubble up and kind of right, and it may come out with a little bit of lack of alignment. And remember, this can be the people around you. It's not necessarily always you, but it can help you cope with the people around you who may be, feeling this fiery energy. So if you have someone that's around you that seems to be, really struggling with their emotions or letting stuff out, or perhaps they're kind of leaning into that out of alignment space, just simply say to him, say to them, let me hear you roar, let me hear your truth, but let's come at it from just more of a roaring. Let me hear you with that space, rather than kind of have that mucky with that hold back. Let's just hear you. Truth is shining through. And the other thing that came out with that is fear, the fear factor. I actually, spirit showed me the fear factor, the collective fear factor doing this shrinkage. I literally seen the shrinkage of fear collectively, and I haven't seen this in a long time. We have been through a lot the last couple years, several years, with fear. When you think about, the incidents that we had, we had this eruption of fear. Everyone was afraid, and we've always kind of muddled a little bit in fear to begin with: fear of change, fear of this, fear of that. But then we had this big old microphone of fear. All of this bad crap is happening. You better be fearful, right? So I do feel like we're diminishing that. I feel like the fear is being turned down. The veil is being pulled back. Now, we are going to be seeing things with a lot of clarity. There is going to not just world event clarity, personal clarity. The personal, I literally had that within that within the veil is being pulled back. So we're going to be seeing things with clarity. There is a wild freedom. Like I was like in my meditation, I was literally riding a wild boar. Like there's this wildness that's coming in. It's just like that wild and free. That let me hear you roar, the wild freedom. wild freedom in a very loving way. And let me just try and explain how that meant. Free to be me, really letting it out, really saying, yep, this is here I am, shining bright. It had that kind of wild freedom. So if you're and it may come to you in very different ways. It may come to you as, I really don't give a crap anymore, I'm gonna shine bright. It may come in ways, I'm gonna step back from that energy, or those, or whatever's going on over here, whether it be personal stuff, relationship stuff. I'm just gonna step out, love you lots, and I'm gonna come back into my wild freedom. What matters to me? Where do I want to heal next? Where do I want to go next? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? It's literally going to have that wild freedom. Perhaps I'm going to, like, step, with the fear being turned down, I'm going to try something really new. Out of my comfort zone I go. You may wobble a bit, like we're always wobbling, right? Like there's a weeble and a wobble with every one of us. I weeble and wobble, right? So but it's coming into more of that, to set your soul on fire, that soul passion, those deep passions, like those things that you always wanted to do, finding ways to make it happen, and finding ways to align with it, finding ways to manifest it. The veil is thinning, and we're being pulled into that stronger sense of energy. It's a glorious Sagittarius, fiery flame. Now, some of you may feel that, oh no, because being pulled into that for some of us, and it's totally okay. Love yourself through it. If fear and change and in fast moving stuff and your wild side, kind of takes you back a little bit, give yourself some time. You don't have to take big steps. Baby steps are perfectly okay. But we are coming into some very charged energy, some very fiery energy, some very, very much roaring energy. What needs to be heard will be heard as well. So the volume is being turned up a lot, on a lot of many different ways. So, and it feels very, I don't want, this is feeling good to me. It has this feeling good, landing where I need to, creative. It has that, it's not whispering. It's no longer tap, tap, tap. Do you want to do it this way? Tap, tap, tap. How about now? It is like really loud. And we always have choice and free will. Always remember that. You can take your time, move as fast as you want, but it's going to be loud. It's going to be loud. I like loud. I I can be loud. I tend to be loud. I do have I like loud, loud and proud, right? Um replaying things may also come up. So replaying things like, well, I didn't do that, and I should have, could have, didn't. Old patterns may be coming back into, you maybe want, no, I don't want that so loud. I think I'm going to lean here. Hidden truth. Hidden truth, and that could be your own truth. It could be your own hidden truth. I've hid that from myself. I can put my hand up to that. I hid my mediumship for many, 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 many years. And when it rose up and I couldn't hide it anymore, I had to lean into that with that hidden truth. This has been part of me for a very long time, and either I wasn't ready, or it wasn't time, or whatever it was. I didn't judge it. I didn't question it. Don't judge yourself. Gentle, with grace. If hidden truths come out, or if old patterns come back, or you're being challenged with limited beliefs, this is all going to come out because it's being loud, it's being pulled. It's time to move beyond. It's time to move beyond the fear. It's time to move beyond the standing still. And we're going to get a push from the universe. This Sagittarius energy is so so pushy. It's like so pushy. So for those of you who don't like being pushed around, resistance might come up, and that's okay. You can simply say, I'm taking my time and I'm learning about this. I'm going to put one, if you can put one toe in the water, that's enough, right? So just kind of give yourself a little bit of that space. The other thing that I see, and this kind of really took me back a little bit, is the burning of illusions. Uh, illusions, things you may have been told, things we may be seeing. This can also go world stage. I think that the burning of illusions, it's coming down. The illusions, the fear, it's no longer on dim. It is going to be burning down. And with that, with change, with things coming up there, there does have that moment of anger and frustration, and I knew it, and whys and all of that. Just allow things to fall back that need to fall back. If it needs to fall back, and here's what I always say to spirit: just take it. If it needs to go, it needs to go. I'll cry my tears into my pillow, and I'll lean into there a little bit. If it needs to go, it needs to go. But also asking yourself, What illusions, what am I limited beliefs, what fear factor am I giving too much power to? So for example, it might be something this simple, you're afraid to try something new. That's going to come out, perhaps, just examples. Perhaps you have this fear of flying. You may want to spend some time looking at the sky and allow, or standing up on a chair and just kind of looking down. You don't have to run on a flight, but it's about kind of acknowledging that illusions are burning, limited beliefs are being asked to step back. It's going to feel like a challenge for some of you, but it's a glorious, glorious energy. It really is a glorious energy. Allow yourself to roar, allow yourself to have those moments of even just rethinking it. That no longer resonates. I don't think I'm afraid of that anymore. I think I'm going to try something new. We're really being pulled into that, really being pulled. I'm very excited, and the fact that I'm going to be in Ireland with all this energy, and plus the energy of Ireland, I'm really curious as to what kind of downloads I receive this time while I'm there. um I am going to do a meditation next, but I first want to address my American friends. I love you so much. We all love you so much. June 14th, stay in your stay. Sorry, I froze there for a second. There's spirit. June 14th, my American friends, stay in your heart. Stay in your heart, speaking your truth, loving and soft. Bring spirit with you. And that's what I heard very loud and clear for my American friends out there. Bring spirit with you. Ask them to come. Bring your spirit guides. Bringing that energy. Pull it all in. Stand with me on June 14th with the Care Bear stare, with all of that love, with all of this old patterns and challenges and changes. Bring spirit with you. That would be my advice for my American friends out there, is bring them with you. We love you. There is a lot of love, globally for you. Feel it. Feel the love that's around you globally. You are love supported. We're holding your hand. We are holding your hand, but stay in the heart space of it. That's the only way to navigate this BS, is in the heart space, arm in arm, hand in hand, loving heart space. That's what will shift this. That's what will shift it. And we are cheering for you. I just got those spiritual goosebumps. I, you know, that we are cheering for you, and we are holding your hand with you, and we are all in this side by side. Feel into that energy. Okay. Okay. We love you, our American friends. We love you. um okay, I'm gonna have a quick sip of my tea. I'm gonna grab a couple questions here, and then we're gonna do a meditation, and then I'm gonna grab a couple more questions. Just need a wee sip. um All right, Rachel, happy Friday, everyone. Hope you have the best time in Ireland, Lena. I cannot wait. It's calling me. It's calling me. That's what she said. Does Spirit have any message for me, please? I feel like this is going to sound a little bit, I'm just going to say it as I see it. Spirit is showing me you getting a new jacket. It's like a new coat. And I feel it like a very proud, it's a spiritual coat. Let me just clarify that. It's a spiritual coat. I feel like there's another layer. I feel like there's this new, and it feels like a new coat. I can see you very proud. Look at my new coat. Look at my new coat. That's what she said. It feels like perhaps it's a new role but within yourself. I feel like it's like this new layer, this shining through, this bright new coat, this magical jacket. So perhaps tapping it. This is it's kind of unique. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. So if you can just get a jacket, like you don't have to buy a new one. You can just go get a jacket out of your cupboard, out of your closet, and just kind of giving yourself the permission to be proud of who you are, proud of the new, proud of the old, proud of what's coming. I just feel like there's this new layer of this beauty. It's a beautiful, magical jacket. And I think it's kind of leaning into. I'm just curious. That's what she said. If you like clothing, or if you're a jacket person, I'm just a little curious because I thought they're showing it to me. Perhaps it's something that you'll resonate with, wording it that way. But I just feel like I've got to say, proud of my new jacket, proud, and that can tap into the new version of yourself, the healing that you've done, the new space that you're in. I really feel that's loud and proud there. Good morning, happy Friday 13th. It is Friday the 13th. It is Friday the 13th. Bianca, good morning. Did a manifestation spell near the new moon. Messages from my guides about this. Thank you. Bianca, I'm sure you know a lot about manifestation. Um, I also just want to add, um, I know it's here. I know it's here. I need to turn up the visualization, always for my highest good. And that's one thing that I always add to my manifestations. It's always for my highest good. And I'm aligned with it. I feel like I've got a word. I'm aligned to that for my highest good. I feel like I've got to like just kind of work on that doubt. Sometimes we doubt. Where is it? I tried manifesting that. Where the heck is it? It's somewhere on a timeline that I just haven't connected with yet. You see how that kind of softens that a little bit. For my highest good, it's coming in. Didi, I slept 3 hours. Yeah, it's not. It's very unusual for me to not sleep. But it's been a rocky couple nights for sleep for me. It's just the energy. I feel it as delicious energy. Just it's something. Not sleeping is something. Fran, no sleep. Sagittarius, not my peeps. Morning, Teresa. I see all you guys coming in. Wesley, the Zoom call last night was very healing for me. That's great, Wes. It was good to see your cute little face. Bubbles Shy, I was up till 3 in the morning too. Yes, you guys are always up late. Shy and Wes are Nighthawks. I was crying last night, but it felt healing. Shadow work stuff, the past traumas. Well done, letting go. Well, letting the tears flow, letting it out. Roar. You know what, Bianca? Try going out and doing a roar. Just go out and roar. Roar it out. I love myself a little bit more today. Right, that butterfly hug. Debbie, I did not sleep as normal. Good morning, all. Yeah, there's a lot of sleep stuff. I hear that. Katy Perry's were Mandy. Wednesday, I was up till 1:30 a.m., but last night was good. Did some practice connecting to my ancestors. I love that. Well done. Camilla Hylana, I know the future is not written in stone. It is not written in stone. You are absolutely right. But I was wondering if you can feel into mom's childhood friend. Have many days left. It looks close to the end. I would agree, Camilla. And I feel that if anything needs to be said or if anybody needs to video call or visit, I feel like the now is here. Like the now is here to be able to connect while she's still here. I hope that makes sense. They're sending love and light to all of you. Shannon, I've been meditating a lot more. Does Spirit have any messages around finances or I think, like I think like collectively we're all in this same space. Most of us are in the same space of watching those dollars. I also feel that, keeping up the manifestation I always manifest. I manifest. And I don't just manifest finances. I also manifest more of what I need, right? More, I'm going to try manifesting some sleep. But manifesting more of what we need. And also manifesting can also come in with, finding deals, finding cheaper groceries, roadside stands that are like I find that we often think of manifesting as a drop of a gold box that's going to land in our lap. It also comes in like little savings of things. So whenever I find something on sale or clearance, it's always thank you, I manifested that. That just gives more power to our manifesting as well. It really helps keep us in alignment with that. And I also try not to worry. Shannon, it's really hard as humans. We do worry. I try to I acknowledge it. You know how I feel about toxic positivity. I will acknowledge it. Yes, it's really hard right now. Finances are tough right now, and I'm doing the best that I can to navigate through this. And I know I'm being guided, by spirit. It's helping me, and those kind of things really help when it comes to our manifesting practices because we don't want to stay in the fear factor. We want to acknowledge and continue to move forward from that. Really staying in my own lane, says Debbie. That is a beautiful lane to be in. Being in your own lane, right? And we get pulled out. I mean, we get yanked out sometimes by the scruff of our neck. We can get yanked out of our own lane. You guys all know what I mean. We can be yanked out of our lane, and back in we go. All right. Teresa, wondering if spirit has any messages for me. Um, Teresa, I feel another level up for you. So I feel like, like did a whole bunch of healing work, did a whole bunch of healing work, did a whole bunch of healing work, did some spiritual work, kind of looking around, feeling this out, doing my thing, healing some more. I feel like there's something next. And it feels like a spiritual practice or workshop or class, or perhaps you're tapping in deeper to your own spiritual connections. I just feel like there's this. Oop, up another step, and I think sometimes we all can put our hands up. I think sometimes a little bit of fear, a little bit of imposter syndrome. Can I do this? Why me? I feel like that little bit of that imposter. And I just want to answer that. Why not you? Why not? You are loving, you are incredible, you're learning too. Those kind of things. So I'm just curious, Teresa, if imposter syndrome comes in, I'm like, I'm not good enough to do this. That kind of thing. I'm not smart enough to do this. I'm not pretty enough to do that. Like it's watch the imposter syndrome a little bit there. Because you are ready and you are working hard and you are doing things. Lack of alignment, story of my life, says Fran. Mandy, worried about family members. Praying they're okay. Supposed to arrive here for a visit next Saturday. Praying that they make it. Mandy, I'll put some safety and some protection around them as well. I I feel vibrationally. It feels good to me. The only thing I kind of like curious on is there a slight delay? Like I'm just either there's something there about and it may only be a couple hours. It doesn't necessarily mean it's days or weeks. And it just feels like that delay where it's like it just needed to be delayed. I don't feel it like, oh my goodness. I just feel like just trust us. It needed to be delayed. Um, yeah, but I'm not worried at all. Smash that like button, you guys. Thanks. That's what she said. I appreciate you. Oh, there's Kathy. Good morning, sister. Jasmine, how do I use my dark feminine energy? And my feminine energy has what? Sorry, I'm going to read that again. How do I use my dark feminine energy? And my feminine energy has one person. Blending. So, Jasmine, not blending. Not holding ourselves in boxes. All of me, all of me, all of my divine feminine energy, all of just kind of allowing that to blend, right? We don't have to separate ourselves into little boxes. Sometimes we hold ourselves into little boxes. All of you, all my energy, all my healing, all of me where I am right now. We don't have to be perfectly healed. We don't have to be, like bright and light all the time. All of me is going, the healed, the unhealed, all of me, right? Because I think, we do hold ourselves back. I'm not healed enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not feminine enough. We all have our own divine feminine energy. So, we all have that glorious piece to us, no matter the level of feminine energy within us. The divine feminine is that soft, is that loving, is that gentle. I think you have a lot of that within you, and it's always the right amount. We hold ourselves back with those thoughts. I'm not healed enough to do that. I'm not good enough to do that. I'm not worthy of that. I don't think I can. Just stay right where you're standing. Always start right where you're standing. Here I am, broken, healed, scarred. I think sometimes we kind of think we have to have all of it together in order to go forward. I'm going to tell you right now, none of us have it all together. Right? So that's why it's a journey. Okay. Shy holding the microphone makes you sound like an aircraft pilot. Oh, Shy, you're hilarious. Jasmine, what I need to know about my own mediumship business and how do I start it? So, Jasmine, I think number one, you just show up. You got to show up for yourself. I feel like you start with like the mini sessions. I feel like you're ready to do like those 15-minute mini sessions and let that be enough. I also feel like I got to get you out there, like-minded people. Perhaps doing like a small group, like a small holistic fair. I feel like smaller community stuff will resonate better with you. Is there a metaphysical store near you where you can go in and say, "Here I am, and I'd like to come in and do some channeling." I start with small bites. Spirit will give you the big bites when it's time. Big bites when it's time. And I think you just have to start showing up for yourself. Allow it. Allow it. You got to start where you're standing. I think poking your head out, create a business card, start creating that platform, taking the step forward. Spirit will always guide you anyway. Right. So I think that, and I think, one thing, Jazz, I also want to say is, we're always learning. And we don't have to be perfect, and we won't have to be. I think I gotta lift that off you, right? Start where you feel comfortable, and that's for all things. And start where you're feeling comfortable. You just gotta start, right? Start right. Start doodling your logo. And if you already know all that, start reaching out to people. You can also do little mini readings all on your own. I know what I did. This is going back probably oh, maybe 15 years ago or so, I did a post and I said, I'm going to be at this park, sitting on this park bench. If anybody wants, if anybody wants to sit with me, I'll do some channeling. That was a start for me. I had to get over the fear, what people think. I needed to sit on the bench and just say, and and people showed up. I was shocked. People showed up, but that's how you start. That's how you start. You just start where you're standing and you start where you feel spirit. And Jasmine, give it to spirit. The best thing I ever did was stop trying to control my mediumship. So I even this channel, this isn't my channel. Yes, I show up and we all gather, but I just show up, right? So just show up. And this is also for all of you. Just show up for yourselves. Just show up. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to, take your breath away. All you have to do is start. The magic is in the starting. All right, you guys. I'm going to pause. And I think I'm going to do, for those of you who may have to get to work soon or have to leave me, you can always watch the replay. Like I said, the monetization is off. But I am going to do a little meditation. I think I just feel really pulled to do that. So if you guys can get yourselves nice and comfortable, I'll try and grab a few more questions in a bit. Okay, let's just get our feet firmly planted on Mother Earth, on the ground, on your floor, wherever you're sitting. Just know that the earth is there holding you up. She's got you. Mother Earth has got you. Just feel that for a moment. Solid. Earth is solid. Solid. It's holding you up. Solid ground is underneath your feet. Just kind of remind yourself of that. I've got solid ground underneath my feet. Even when I wobble, even when I trip, solid ground. Now let's just focus on your breath. And on every in breath, just visualize yourself breathing in all the beautiful, loving energy all around you. Every in breath, breathing in light, breathing in magic, breathing in beauty, every in breath. And just feel that light flowing through your body, healing you, every cell, every fiber, every organ, healing those parts of you that need healing. The emotional parts, the past parts, the present parts, every in breath. And just follow that rhythm for just a moment. Healing energy, healing light flowing through me, held so lovingly by Mother Earth. Just feel that. And now we're just going to add the exhale. On every exhale, letting go, purging, releasing back to the light, back to the universe, back to Mother Earth, letting go. Whatever you need to release right now, letting go, purge it out with love. You're breathing in that beautiful light, that healing light. And on your exhale, you're releasing, you're purging out any lower frequencies, old patterns, anything you want to let go. You don't have to name it or label it. I'm just going to let go here. I'm safe. I'm held by Mother Earth. Breathe, open, and receive. Receiving that beautiful energy. Now you have a natural connection, a connection to your own spirit guides and your own spirit council. Open to receive a transmission of light. Ask a spirit guide to come be with me right now. Come sit with me right now. Breathe, open, and receive. Allow yourself to receive some communication. What do you need to hear right now? What words or advice or wisdom? Whatever comes into your awareness is perfectly perfect. You may receive a feeling, you may receive a message, an image, a knowing. And now let's call forward Archangel Michael, the warrior, the protector. His symbol is sword of light. His energy is electric blue fire. Let's call on this energy, the energy of Archangel Michael, allowing that energy into our vibrational fields, allowing him to hold you in his energy with protection, and asking for that guidance. Walk with me, Archangel Michael, throughout the day, throughout the week. Be with me. Breathe, open, and allow. And whatever messages or feelings or emotions that you experienced, just feeling so grateful and loved, thanking your spirit guides and angels and archangels and whoever joined you here today, any ancestors that stepped in, just feeling so loved and so grateful. And thanking yourself and your higher self for opening up, for allowing. And just take a moment to let all this energy fully settle into your chakra fields, your energy fields, your emotional fields, your physical fields. Just absorb all that love. Let it settle. And taking a moment to thank each other collectively, those who are here in the channel, those who are not here in the channel, thanking people who just share their love and their energy and their support and sending support to those who need it. Let's just take a moment and let's just hold the whole world in love and support. Let's just grab a hold of that big ball of earth and give her a big old squeeze, supporting all the people. Now bringing your awareness back to your feet, so firmly planted on Mother Earth, so solid, so present. Feeling those feet, wiggling those toes, and moving your legs, your fingers, and your head. Where the chair that you're sat on. And when you're ready, coming all the way back. I do hope you enjoyed that moment, that meditation moment. Beautiful space just to sit and breathe. Sit and breathe. All right. Let's just scroll back up here. Okay. That was powerful. I enjoyed that so much. I find it hard to truly switch off while I'm meditating. But that was very calming, even though I was aware of my surroundings. Thanks, Anna. Rachel, and it's okay to be aware of your surroundings. That is your way of meditating, right? Don't judge it. Love it. Don't judge it. Love it. There we go. Don't judge it. Just love it. Right? I'm often aware sometimes of my surroundings. Right? Don't judge it. Just love it. Thank you for the meditation. You're welcome. Yes, flowed. Feel so free. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. I couldn't switch off. I'll do it later. That's okay. We don't have to completely switch off, right? Allowing, and don't judge yourself. If all you did was sit and listen to my voice and was aware of everything else around you, that let that be enough. Let's let that be enough, right? Let that be enough. Adrian, sometimes I think I'm not an empath, yet I got teary when I thought of all the people in the world just wanting love and trying to do good. Thanks for the meditation. You're very welcome. I think that's what we all want, right? I think it's what we all want. All right, let's grab a couple more questions. It's 9:07. Okay, I'm gonna come back up here. Try and find a spot. There we go. River, I have a few different health issues Spirit has brought to my attention. Gallbladder stuff and something growing in my face. What does Spirit have to say about this? As always, River, please seek, please make sure that you're seeing a doctor. I think that the medical world needs to, support us as well. I also feel that the energetic piece to this, I feel like it's kind of like you matter too. Self-care is important. I feel this is guiding you into wellness. The gallbladder is in the stomach, and we often hold energy in our stomach. It's a very common place to hold energy in those lower chakras. I feel, River, if you can give yourself, some opportunity to do some more connecting and releasing, feet on the ground, letting go. I feel that is also, a bit of a piece of this. And healing is ongoing. And I think sometimes we all need a reminder of that healing is ongoing. Uh, okay, so I answered that question with Jasmine. Lena loves fawns. I love that. Galaxy Gal, I'm here for it. Fire. Oh, I'm here for it too. Let's rip. Let's go. Maruna, hello, Lana, and all feeling really stressed, especially today. I keep waking up at 4 or 5. Any advice from my guides? Maruna, I feel like mindful moments, giving yourself a chance to breathe, giving your chance to connect to something else beside the stress. Moments matter. I say that all the time here in the channel. Moments matter. Watch a little bird fly by, take a look at a flower in a garden. I feel like I gotta kind of like disconnect a little bit. I like Lana being loud. Thanks, Wes. Yeah, Wes, when she said yesterday she went on a roller coaster, I laughed and imagined her screaming and went, well, I was screaming all right. You can ask Fran what I was screaming. Dee Dee, I keep bumping my head and walking into things and hitting my knee. Is Spirit trying to tell me something? I do feel this is an attention. I do feel like they're trying to get your attention, Dee Dee. I feel, and this is kind of interesting. So you'll have to let me know if it resonates. I feel like it's like you've healed more than you know. You've done better than what you're giving yourself credit for. Like I feel like it's like that. Bang head here. You've done a lot of work, and I feel like it's a deeper. They're trying to take you deeper into that space of you, right? That deeper connection to the self, that deeper, it's you've the healing stuff, the healing stuff is, you've done a lot of it. So I don't know if you've been rewinding or if you've been kind of feeling that kind of I think I'm not moving very fast or not at all. I feel it's like trying to get your attention with yes you are. Yes, you are. Take a look. Take a look. You have taken steps, and sometimes we want to take a whole bunch at once, and sometimes we have to be okay with where we're standing, but looking at how far we've come. That's what she said. Watch your step. Oh my goodness, the yeah, that too. Watch your step. Sending my best to your family, Mandy Greenhill. May they arrive safely to you. Oh, this community is just delicious. Lisa, good morning, Lana. I just wanted to thank you for all the advice that I got on my gallbladder last Tuesday, and there any messages from my parents. Lisa, it's very simple, and it's going to sound a little bit generic or fuzzy bunny, but this is what they're giving me. You are always loved. You are always loved, and walking beside you every single day. So I think it might just be a reminder. It might be exactly what you need to hear. But I feel like I just need to say we are always walking right beside you, never alone, never letting go of your hand. Fran, oh, she's loud on roller coasters. Yes, I am. Fran, I believe you. Hey, you guys. Kayla, hi, Lana. Any messages from me? Kayla, it's good to see you. Kayla's doing very well. She's giving me a couple little updates here and there. She's doing very well in her new adventure. Kayla, don't forget to enjoy it. Don't forget to enjoy it. Sometimes we have this, okay, did it, what's next? Enjoy it. Enjoy the new, enjoy the accomplishment, enjoy. Don't worry about next step quite yet. I feel like I've got to enjoy what's here, enjoy what's here. Like I just really feel like I've got to marinate a little bit, like really kind of take it in, right? Like really kind of take it in, and kind of lean out when you can on new beginnings bring us new challenges. 100% new beginnings ignite a new fear. Absolutely. Oh, there goes my phone. But I think that you really need to kind of like enjoy the celebration, enjoy the power, enjoy the magic. I really feel like I need to talk about that there. Lucia, hi man. I hope all is well. I've been feeling more connected. I have been feeling more connected to spirits, hearing them a lot now. I love that for you. I love they do change how we work. And I say that all the time. They change how we work, and it's usually Lucia. You probably had a break or a growth. I don't want to say a break, but or breakthrough on your trust level. So you probably had this increased trust level. And it leads us to a little bit more or something different. Spirit is always changing how they work. I've learned a long time ago not to get myself involved on how we're working. And if I wasn't hearing, I wasn't seeing, and it was just knowing, I never questioned it. Never questioned it. Seeing is easy. It was easy to start that way. And then I moved to hearing, and now it all blends in with hearing, knowing, seeing, watching a movie. It all blends. So good for you, and good for you for embracing that. The message for America is so strong that the connection can't handle it. It's such a powerful love. Rachel, I have a lot of Irish and Scottish family history, so I'm excited to see your updates from Ireland. I will be posting my updates when I can on the Facebook page as well as Instagram. I will not be answering. Here's one thing, a good time to kind of mention this. I will not be answering non-urgent or messages while I'm away. I will be unplugging, so I will not be answering very often. Probably not at all, unless I absolutely have to check in. But I will be posting and sharing. So I'm going to be in Northern Ireland this time. So I'm very excited to feel the difference in the energy. With love from the U.S., bring spirit everywhere. Absolutely, take them with you. Not sure what's happening on the 14th, but I'll be thinking of you all from the UK. Rachel, our American friends are lovingly speaking their truth on the 14th, loud and proud. Good morning. Any messages from me and my guides, Painted Row? I actually feel I feel a new guide that's stepping in there. I just felt like this new arrival came in. And I feel like this new guide, Painted Row, is taking you on a little bit of a learning adventure. It feels very good. It just feels very new. It feels like new things. It can be simple as, a whole bunch of new books, or it can be a little bit deeper in that newness, but it feels very good, very light. It feels like it might be new workshops, new people, new communities. I just feel like they're taking your hand and saying, let's go on an adventure. Let's go on an adventure. I hope that makes sense to you there. And Lana loves fawns. Do my spirit guides have any advice on how to heal my OCD intrusive thoughts? Also, do they forgive me for them? Lana loves fawns. You are always forgiven and always loved. And, spirit knows what we struggle with, and spirit knows our intentions. Our intentions, with our intrusive thoughts, it's not like we say to ourselves, I think I'm going to go there and have an intrusive thought. They know what we're struggling with. Right. And what really matters, Lana loves fawns. And the advice that spirit is giving is always always loving yourself through that. Always loving, okay, I'm having an intrusive thought. There it is. Having to answer that intrusive thought from a spiritual perspective. You are, I am enough. I'm good enough. I'm loved anyway. Whatever answer comes to you that you need to answer it. Answering intrusive thoughts is, we all have our intrusive thoughts moments. Some of us may have more, some of us may have less, but how we answer them is really important, right? Acknowledging how we're feeling or what we're thinking. Yes, I'm thinking this. Maybe weird. Maybe I know it's not a truth, but I'm thinking it anyway. And I'm just going to extend some love to that part of me that's thinking that, and I'm going to answer it, right? So I'm going to answer that intrusive thought. And I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back in. I'm going to come back over here, but I'm going to answer that intrusive thought. The OCD part. So, one thing that you can acknowledge is, I have an OCD part of me. Part of me is OCD, not all of me. Part of me. And that OCD part needs some love and TLC. That OCD part needs reminders. That OCD part needs a little bit of gentle. So what, I'm OCD. I'm gonna love that part of me, right? Some things we won't necessarily have to get a hammer and nail and fix it, right? Part of me. I'm gonna love it. I gotta love it. I'm gonna send some love to it. I'm gonna work with it. I'm always working on my OCD, right? You see how different that feels? It has a lighter, and it has a lighter. And I'm gonna tell you something. I think every single one of us has moments or something that we're OCD about. Right? I think we do. Like we're really hard on ourselves. There are some. How many of you have, like my OCD is, because I'll pull away. Did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? Did I lock the door? I have to go back and check the door. I it's, I know I locked it. It's okay, but that part of me questions it, right? We all have those little parts of us that we're nurturing. Nurture it without shame. Without shame, right? Spirit knows what our struggles are. Spirit also knows what our heart space says. Okay. You are so loved, Lana loves funds. Just feel into that. Feel into that. I actually don't like clothing, but I understand the analogy coming into my own. All right, that's what she said. There we go. As long as you understand that, I've one thing for those of you who are practicing growing your development is, it doesn't have to make sense to you. It makes sense to the person that's getting it. So earlier in the live, I talked about the quote that I seen, but that's what she said. I said something along the line like, "Do you like clothing?" Or there was something there. Doesn't have to make sense. She's not a big clothing person, and that's okay. But she understands the analogy. It's not mine to question or judge. So when we're getting information, from people, being okay with just, here it is. Here's the information, just allowing it and just kind of flowing with it. So for those of you who are here working on your connection, just trust it. It'll make sense to the person. She understood the analogy. Um, Hi, Lana. For the past few weeks, I've been very worried if my loan application will go through or not. Any insight or guidance? I feel like I've got to. So you watch what you're pulling into it. Okay. Either way, I'm going to be okay. I'm trusting, and you're probably like, no, I really need the loan. Yes, you do. And either way, it's going to be okay. I don't feel terrible with this loan application. I don't feel terrible with it. I do. Have you been? I don't know if you've already waited over an expected timeline, or I don't feel. I just feel like there's a little bit of a I've waited a long time to hear here. I just feel like I have to kind of take away the worry. Okay, so worry, and I get it. I do get worry, but worry can add a vibration that we don't want. It's a form of manifesting. We can manifest what we want, and we can manifest what we don't want. So surrendering it to the universe. I applied for a loan. If I do not get the loan, I'm going to find another way. I'm going to find another way, right? I don't need to know how right now. I'm going to send lots of love and light to it, but I feel like I've got to say, okay, if I don't get it, and I understand, it's like, oh no, what if I don't get it? But if I don't get it, I'm going to find another way. Doors of opportunity are always open for me. You see how different that sounds? Because we can, if you believe in energy, and most of you must, if you're sitting here listening to me talk twice a week, the energy can flow both ways, right? So, just watching, if it doesn't work out, I'm being guided in a different direction. I'm sending energy to it, right? We got to kind of watch the energy, right? Yes, I'm worried, and yes this and yes that, but I know I'm going to be guided. Everything is always working out for me. It's always working out for me. It's always working out for me. Okay. I don't know why I had to repeat that 3 times, but I needed to. Okay, guys. I know there's a lot of messages here. This message made me smile. It does not make sense for what's going on with me currently. Thank you. Just remember that I said it. Oh, it does make sense. Sorry, I added a word. It does make sense. I'm glad it makes sense. I know there's a lot of you that I couldn't quite get to. I see you. Archangel Michael sent me one of, oh wow, it was beautiful. I panicked because of a huge insect flying around me. I started to get really agitated. Jasmine, Rachel, thank you. Mom say, look at you guys. And I had protection moment Wednesday. I made to change my phone number after having it for over 20 years. Spirit said it's time. Good job trusting. You guys are all growing your trust factors so well. Always trying, always learning, always growing. All right, guys, I know there's a lot that I didn't get to. I work really hard to get as many as I can. I love you for showing up. Okay. I my animal book is way over there. All right, you guys just give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. My apologies, my apologies. And I'm wrecking the place. Okay, what do we need here? Come on, you guys, focus, focus. Give me your focus. Bobcat, the lynx. Spend some time in silence, whether a day with no speaking or a visit to a quiet area in nature. Someone will confide in you with a secret, and it's critical that you keep it strictly in confidence. Be alert to anyone trying to deceive you or take advantage of you at this time, and trust your instinct about this. Acknowledge others' hidden talents and abilities that they don't recognize, and encourage them to bring out these gifts. Your clairvoyance and clairaudience are particularly acute at this time, so pay attention to what you see and hear that's beyond the immediate realm of your usual senses. The very worthwhile goal that you set for yourself will require clear intentions, patience, and the willingness to stick with it, even if it means waiting for a long period of time to achieve it. Patience is a big one for most of us, right? Okay, stop into a number. 823. The ascended masters are bringing you faith, optimism about your finances because they know the miraculous power of faith. Finances have been coming up for a while, and we talked about it even today. Let's do another number. 96. With respect to your divine life purpose, put all of your focus onto the spiritual aspects, such as helping others, healing yourself, and asking for support from your spirit guides. Give away any concerns or fears that you may have, and allow source energy and the angels to step in. With that message, I just want, before I let you go, we also have to open and allow, right? Our angels and guides are always with us, but we have to ask. They won't just kind of like step in there and kind of interfere if we don't want them to. So asking, can you help me? Can you help me? Can you be here? I really need help and guidance. Those simple things. It's really important. It's really important. Animal and numbers true to me. There you go. Hocus pocus, bubbles can't focus. Try focus the best that you can. I can't focus. Oh my God. Hi, Lana. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have my book, so I had two choices. And here's something too with just putting down perfection. There we go. My singing, so I did an event a couple days ago. I did a private event. And I brought my singing bowl and my angel book and my animal communication book in case I knew it was across the room from me. I had one or two choices: not give you an animal book or close the screen and get up and go. Things don't have to be perfect, so life doesn't have to be perfect. Right. I think that's important to remember is, we always want things to be perfect, look perfect. We want to look perfect, be perfect, do perfect, that's be right. It doesn't have to be right. Just do it. As always, I'll see you in 2 weeks. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings. Have a spirit guided day. Have a spirit guided couple weeks, and I'll see you soon. Bye.